If you're watching this, there's a good chance you feel stuck. Like your life is on pause, but the world around you keeps moving. Maybe you're waking up each day, doing the same things, but nothing feels like it's changing. Maybe you're waiting for something, a sign, a chance, a miracle to get you moving again. I want you to know this. Feeling stuck doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. And right now, you're in a season that feels heavy, confusing, and slow. But seasons change. This one will too. Everyone hits this wall at some point. The problem is, we rarely talk about it. You see people online making progress, sharing milestones, celebrating wins, but what they don't show you are the nights they felt lost. The mornings they woke up staring at the ceiling, wondering what the point was. The silent battles, the doubt, the exhaustion. So if you feel like you're the only one stuck, you're not. You're part of a much bigger story, one that almost everyone experiences, even if they never admit it. Being stuck isn't the end of your story, it's just a chapter. And sometimes that chapter is quieter, slower, less exciting, but it still matters. Think about Minecraft for a second. There are moments you're exploring new lands, finding treasures, discovering villages. Those moments feel exciting, like progress is happening everywhere. And then there are times when you're just mining stone, block after block, nothing glamorous, just the slow grind of collecting. It doesn't feel like progress, but without those long stretches of mining, without those hours of gathering, you can't build anything later. The quiet work sets the stage for the beautiful work. Life is the same. These boring seasons are the resource gathering ones. They prepare you, even if you can't see it right now. When you're stuck, it's tempting to wait for a huge breakthrough, a sudden spark, a life-changing opportunity, a miracle that flips everything around. But most of the time, progress doesn't come from giant leaps. It comes from tiny, almost invisible steps. Write down one thing you've been avoiding, and do it. Not 10 things. Not everything at once. Just one. Go for a walk instead of scrolling for an hour. Drink a glass of water when your brain tells you it's easier to stay in bed. Call that one friend you keep saying you'll reach out to. These little shifts stack. They don't look like much on their own, but together, they move you forward. And here's the thing. Momentum doesn't come before action. It comes from action. Don't underestimate the power of momentum. Even placing one block at a time eventually builds a house. Even one small step can break the illusion that you're frozen. And once you start moving, even slowly, you'll feel a shift. It won't fix everything instantly, but it'll remind you that you're not stuck. You're capable. Here's something I've learned. Feeling stuck is often less about our circumstances and more about our perspective. We think, I'm behind. I should be further along by now. But compared to who? Compared to what? There's no scoreboard in life. No timer ticking down. The pace you're moving at is the one meant for you. Think about it. When you start a new Minecraft world, no two people build at the same speed. Some dive straight into fighting mobs. Others spend hours farming. Some rush to the Ender Dragon. Others spend weeks decorating a small cabin by the lake. There isn't a wrong pace, just different paths. Life works the same way. The comparison trap makes you believe you're behind, when really, you're just on your own unique timeline. Instead of asking, or why am I not further ahead? Try asking, what can I do today with what I have right where I am? That question doesn't demand perfection, it invites progress. And maybe progress today isn't huge. Maybe it's just cleaning your space, writing a page, saying something kind to yourself instead of cruel. Those little things matter more than you realize. Sometimes feeling stuck isn't about moving forward. It's about noticing where you are. Think about standing in a forest. If you're only staring at the path ahead, you'll miss the trees, the light through the branches, the sound of birds. Being stuck forces you to pause, to look around, to see what's here, right now. Maybe this season is asking you to rest. Maybe it's asking you to grow quietly under the surface, like roots deepening before a tree can rise taller. You're not wasting time. You're preparing. Sometimes being stuck doesn't even feel like sadness. It feels empty, like you're going through the motions of your day, brushing your teeth, making coffee, sitting at your desk. But inside, it's just silence, not peace, not calm, just nothing. You laugh at the right moments, you nod when people talk, but it's almost like you're watching yourself live instead of actually living. And that's a hard thing to explain to anyone, because from the outside, you look fine. You're still showing up, still existing. But inside, it feels like quicksand. Maybe you've tried to talk about it before, only to hear things like, just get over it. Or, you should be grateful. Other people have it worse. And that makes the stuck feeling even heavier. Because now, you're not just stuck. You're ashamed for even feeling this way in the first place. If that's you, I want you to know. It's okay. It's okay if your progress isn't visible. It's okay if your energy feels small right now. It's okay if all you managed today was surviving. You are not weak for feeling this way. You're human, and humans are allowed to have seasons where things don't make sense. Picture this. You're standing at the bottom of a mine in Minecraft. It's dark. You've dug down so far that the sunlight feels like it's miles above you. Your tools are worn, your pockets are almost empty, and it feels like there's no reason to keep digging. But then, you strike something unexpected. A single block of iron, a vein of coal, maybe even diamonds. And suddenly, all that aimless digging has a purpose. That's what life is like when you're stuck. You can't see it now. But every block you chip away at, every small thing you do, is leading you somewhere. You won't be down here forever. One day, you'll climb out, and when you look back, you'll realize the mine wasn't wasted time. It was where you found the resources to build your next chapter. Here's something people rarely admit. Being stuck is exhausting. Not in the physical way, like after a long workout, but in the kind of way that makes your chest feel heavy even when you've done nothing. You go to bed tired, you wake up tired, and in between, every little thing feels harder than it should. Something as simple as answering a message or folding laundry feels like climbing a mountain. And because it's invisible, nobody else sees it. From the outside, it looks like laziness. It looks like you're choosing to stay in one place. But inside, you know it isn't a choice. It's a weight, a quiet heaviness that follows you from room to room, whispering that nothing you do will make a difference. But here's what I need you to hear. That voice is lying. It only feels powerful because it's loud right now. The truth is, progress can be silent. Healing can be invisible. And just because you can't see movement doesn't mean it isn't happening. Think about a seed underground. For weeks, maybe months, nothing appears above the soil. From the outside, it looks dead, forgotten, stuck. But underground, roots are forming, stretching, strengthening, preparing to break through. That's what your life is doing right now. Even if all you see is dirt, even if it feels like nothing is happening, something is taking shape below the surface. And one day, when the timing is right, you'll break through too. So if you're tired, if you're frustrated, if you're silently screaming for something to change, please don't give up. This pause isn't the end. It's the root stage, the hidden part of your growth story. And soon, you'll see why this quiet, painful chapter was still a necessary one. If you're stuck right now, please hear me. This isn't forever. You will move again. You will feel alive again. And one day, you'll look back at this season and realize it wasn't wasted. It was preparing you for what comes next. So breathe. Place the next block. Take the next step. You're not stuck forever. You're just pausing before the next chapter begins. If this helped you, know that you're not alone. And I'll see you in the next one.